Welcome here to a very special AD&DT meets Dolphin Dive, as Bob Bere, the AD at LeMoyne College, is here with me for this very special broadcast exclusive first conversation on the heels of the news that you're about to hear, which connects to Dolphin Dive because it has to do with a coach, and we tell their stories as well as student athletes, administration, future Dolphins, and alumni within Dolphin Dive in our exclusive multimedia marketing partnership with LeMoyne College. So with that being said, Mr. Bere, how are you?
I am excellent, Dan. How are you today?
I'm doing very well. I'm excited. I know this is something that we talked about within the last couple months. Women's volleyball, finding a new head coach, doing the search. So bring me into how long this search was in total and what was, kind of within this search for you.
Well, Dan, we try to wrap our searches up within a month if we can, and we started this search first week in November, right at the end of our volleyball season. We began the search, and we had Thanksgiving in the mix there, and the holidays with the Christmas holidays upon us now. So we thought that if we could get things wrapped up prior to the Christmas holiday, we would be thrilled, and we've done that. We put a search committee together. We had excellent response and interest in the position. We interviewed 5-6 candidates, and ultimately we only brought one to campus because we felt so strongly about her candidacy that we thought she was the right fit in our initial interviews. And I'm not one for wasting a lot of people's time. If we feel like we have an excellent candidate and all pans out well during the visit and subsequently our discussions afterward, we just kind of narrow our focus and try to bring in that person. And that's what we did in this case, and we're really thrilled with the end result.
Yeah, and like you said, going through this process and wanting to, spend a few weeks very diligently to find the right person. What was the response like as far as interest in this job?
Yeah, there was strong interest in the position from current collegiate head coaches at the Division I level, some assistant coaches, I should say, at the Division I level. We have had other coaches, assistant coaches at the D2 and D3 level, and then other coaches that have been have had coaching experience at those levels on the college scene. So we were excited about the candidate pool, and as I said, we interviewed a handful on Zoom. That began about 2 weeks ago. We got through those interviews right around the Thanksgiving period of time, and as our committee talked it through and really weighed all the options, we felt it really most prudent to zero in on one candidate in particular who separated herself from all the other candidates in every way that we could have hoped and wished for. And fortunately, we brought her to campus, and we felt after her visit that she was absolutely the standout candidate, the person who would be a perfect fit for our program. And that's why we were able to move expeditiously here. We were able to move quickly, but also with a modicum of care, and we wanted to make sure. Well, I always like to move quickly. I like to make sure we get it right. Getting it right is much more important than getting it done fast. And in this case, I feel like we did our due diligence. We zeroed in on a candidate that we thought was a perfect fit to lead our program to great success in the future, and we were able to come to a mutual agreement and make an announcement here today on the new leader of our volleyball program.
So without further ado, here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, let's do it. Who is the new coach for LeMoyne Dolphins volleyball?
Yeah, so Dan, our listeners and your viewers and fans, yourself, first to hear this, to learn of this news, but our new head coach in the volleyball program at LeMoyne is Anna Pago, and Anna has most recently served as the assistant coach and recruiting coordinator at North Carolina Charlotte. But prior to that, Anna served a brief term as the head coach at New Haven, and before that, she'd been on the New Haven staff under Robin Salters for 4 years. So she has extensive experience in the Northeast 10 Conference coaching, and up until the last year or two, New Haven has been really the standard bearer in volleyball in the Northeast 10 Conference. They have been the standard bearer for excellence for years and years and years under Robin Salter's guidance, and Anna was Robin's right-hand person for several years there, really the hand-picked successor to Robin, and during Anna's term as head coach, that team went 15-3. She had to step down at midseason due to some personal reasons, which was disappointing to her. That team ended up finishing 26-6 and making an NCAA run. But she is a quality individual, and what stood out about her was not just the excellence that she demands of her players on the court, but she is so dedicated to their personal development as human beings and leaders in the community off the court. And we just felt like Anna's a perfect fit for us. She's a native of Brazil, so she brings a little international flair for us. At LeMoyne, we just hired Yaro Zavaslan back in November to guide and lead our women's soccer program. So this is 2 international coaches on our staff, and I'm really proud of that. In fact, there's only been 3 now in the history of LeMoyne, and we have 2 currently on the staff. So for us, we feel so blessed to have Anna now, as she'll lead our young ladies into what we feel like will be a bright future in the volleyball circles in the Northeast 10 Conference.
Coming here from Bob Beretta. And Bob, Anna, what was it about her? Like you said, you had a handful of Zoom interviews with different candidates, but you only brought one on campus, that being Anna. What was it about her that just made you feel like this could maybe be it, even before it was it? Like, we got to get her on campus. What stood out about her and made her so unique a candidate that you really only needed one to come see LeMoyne?
Yeah, and I handle things maybe a little differently than many athletic directors. Dan, when we form a search committee, I have someone lead the search committee, and generally athletic directors aren't part of that first round of interviews. They just kind of let the search committee do its work, and then they get involved in a more meaningful way during the on-campus portion. I'm a little bit different. I like to be involved from the start. So when we do our Zoom interviews, I introduce myself and I tell our candidates that, hey, I'm going to go off camera, but I want to get to know you as well as I can. And at the end of the interview, if you have questions for me, I'm certainly available, but I'm going to let the search committee do its work. And I'm going to just try to digest everything. So that when I think that paid dividends in this search, only because I had a really good feel for Anna after that first session, and I was so excited to listen to our committee members, and to a person, everyone was so excited after her interview that she checked every block. Her experience level, her willingness to learn, her ability to grow, her network, her vast recruiting network. She was a recruiting coordinator at New Haven, so she was responsible for bringing in many of those classes that experienced tremendous success. Then she went down south, serving as the recruiting coordinator at UNC Charlotte, so she expanded her recruiting network into the south, and of course she's got strong international ties from a recruiting standpoint. So we felt like that was just a home run for us in the recruiting area. Her in-game experience as a coach, as Robin Salter's right-hand person, and also now down at UNC Charlotte, she got rave reviews from Robin and other people that we talked to about her. Robin handpicked Anna to be her successor, so I don't know that you can find a greater compliment than that, and we have great respect for Robin Salter. She won over 600 games as in a 25-year career as the head coach at New Haven, and again, that program was really the leading program in the East. During Anna's term, 5 years at New Haven, New Haven went to 4 NCAA tournaments, including 2 Elite Eights during that run. So she had a large role in all of that. I also, Dan, we've talked about this, you and I, off camera before. When I conduct searches personally, I put a lot of weight in successful programs and where that person has been and his success has followed them. It doesn't matter if it's at the high school level or the college level. I'm a big believer in that success happens very intentionally, right? You work really hard at it. And someone like Anna, she's been a winner. Her programs have been winning programs every place she's been. She was an outstanding undergraduate performer during her days at Alabama State. Then, she went to New Haven and instant success there, just continue a dynamic program. And down at Charlotte, in what is really highly regarded as one of the top collegiate volleyball conferences at Division I level, they've had a great deal of success there as well. They've, qualified for the USA tournament 3 times during her tenure there. They reached the semifinals, the highest they've ever finished in the Conference USA tournament while she was part of that program. So success has followed Anna, and I don't know that that's coincidental. We like to put a lot of weight in, I think winners win, and winners find ways of winning wherever they go, in whatever role that they're in that program, accepting that role. And I think for Anna, she was able to experience success as a head coach, and she's really excited about having that opportunity and to do it back in the Northeast 10 Conference. She's so familiar with the Northeast 10 footprint, the opponents, the places, the road trips, all of it. So for us, it was just, when we got off the phone with her interview, Dan, our committee was ecstatic that she was interested in a viable candidate, and we knew moving forward that she was someone that we were going to target very quickly.
And when you were able to, bring that news to her, when you found out interest from Anna, and you decided on your end that, hey, let's do this and let's make this, so let's make an offer and bring this to fruition. What was that conversation like, and her response?
Well, it was about a week ago when we offered Anna the position. She came up on an on-campus interview earlier. I guess it was the Friday a week ago. It'll be 2 weeks this Friday. So she came in for the day, flew in, and thankfully a direct flight from Charlotte to Syracuse. That is something that we've been able to utilize on a couple of our searches already. But Anna came up, spent the day on Friday, and we took the weekend to let things marinate a little bit, and then talked to Anna on Tuesday, I believe, and offer her the position. She was excited, really excited, wanted to talk through some specifics. We had to negotiate some terms for a day and a half. Worked with our campus leadership on some things, and we were able to come to an agreement here this week, and now we're in position to make this announcement today, which I think will really, to me, is a turning point for this volleyball program. The volleyball program at LeMoyne has experienced great success in the past and just hit some rough times here more recently, and we feel like Anna is the exact perfect selection to bring us back to notoriety and become one of the dominant teams in the Northeast 10 Conference.
Coming from LeMoyne AD Bob Bere here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, inside of AD&DT Meets Dolphin Dive, as we are the exclusive place to let you know that Anna Pago is the new head coach of the LeMoyne Dolphins volleyball program here as we start a new era for this team. Bob, great to do it, I'm sure, for you. Christmas come early, to have an extra special gift underneath the Christmas tree, and to know that you had this done before the new year, I'm sure was very important to make sure that this was settled in, so that once you hit 2023, Anna can hit the ground running with the team.
Well, I am ecstatic, Dan. It is Christmas early for all of us in the athletic department and the college. I can tell you that Dr. Lemira met Anna on her visit and was just blown away by Anna, and just immediately took a liking and felt like she would be a tremendous leader for us as well. And that's, I do want to give a shout out to our fearless leader, Dr. Lemura, our president, because she is involved in these searches. When we bring candidates on campus, she likes to be part of that as well. And she's a very busy person, and for her to take the time to meet with Anna, it means the world to us to have our leader take that type of interest in athletics. So to be able to deliver our ladies on the program some direction and know who their leader is going into the holidays, because there's always anxiety when you don't know who your coach is going to be. And that's why I try to wrap up searches as quickly as I can, but we have to certainly take our time and make sure we get it right. But every day that passes, there's just that anxiety that builds up in our returning players and our recruits. And so now we're able to move forward. Anna's our leader. She will meet with the team here this morning via Zoom, and she will be on the phone working the recruiting landscape as quickly as this afternoon. And then she's going to start January 1st. Anna wants to roll up her sleeves and dive right in immediately. So she is going to start officially January 1st, right during in the middle of the holidays, and she'll be on campus throughout the month of January when she's not out recruiting. But she's really she comes with a reputation as being a voracious worker in the recruiting area and in the game strategy. Dan, everyone that I've talked to says that you'll be very hard-pressed to find someone that's going to work harder than Anna Pago at her craft. So already that's borne out in that she wants to start January 1. She wants to get rolling. She's going to meet the ladies on our team today. They're going to be infatuated. Now, several did meet Anna on her campus visit, and all the reviews from our players was very solid as well, very supportive. So I'm excited now for the rest of the team to get a chance to meet her, and even for the several ladies that met with Coach Pago on her visit at that time until today, they were not aware that she was selected to be the head coach. So this is great news for us heading into the holidays. And we're really excited for the college, the athletic program, but particularly the young ladies, our current players and our future Dolphin volleyball players, because they have a quality leader that is going to turn that program around very quickly. And more importantly, someone who's going to really care about them as individuals and help them achieve their goals on and off the volleyball court.
Anna Pago, your new head coach, LeMoyne Dolphins volleyball. As always, Bob, I appreciate our time together. Another opportunity and another excuse to talk right before Christmas to everybody and during the Hanukkah season and the holidays in general. And, definitely I can speak, I think, for many in saying thank you for your diligent effort and the way that you work differently and how you go about what you go about. The same thing for Dr. Linda Lemura. You both care about who a person is and what really makes them up, the fiber of their being, and that's why the student athletes are different, the coaches are different, the atmosphere is different on the Heights. So a big thank you to you and to Dr. Linda Lemura, and a thank you in advance to Anna, and looking forward to talking with her and really getting to know who she is and why you guys fell in love with her in the recruiting process of finding the right coach. But I do want to say thank you to your leadership and to Dr. Linda Lemura's leadership in everything that you do to really seek out the people that are going to make the community better, the college better, and the experience better for the student athletes, not just on the courts and the fields of life, but in general.
Well, Dan, thank you, and thank you for providing this platform for us to break the news on Wake Up Call and be the first to know about this. And I think that as people get to know Anna Pago, she is going to be a viable contributor to our community, not just our athletics community, not just the LeMoyne community, but the Syracuse community. And we take that very seriously. We'd like to bring in folks that are going to make a difference, that are going to move the needle in the community. And just like yourself, they're quality individuals doing great things in the community, and Anna's going to be a great addition to our family. And again, thank you for providing this platform to break the news on your show here today, heading into the holidays. And it's great news. It's a great day to be a Dolphin, Dan.
The Fins are way, way up today, Bob. Thank you as always.
My pleasure, and have a great holiday season to you, your family, all of your listeners and viewers, and all of our corporate partners out there. We're blessed to have you part of the Finn family. So fins up, Dan, and be well.
Same to you, and a God bless, and a Merry Christmas, and a Happy Holidays to everyone in your family and at LeMoyne, and to the greater Finn family. I appreciate it.